Hey guys, welcome back once again. So this time one of my common friend will be joining today. He is a great friend of Dipshika. So I met him through her. His name is Samrat. So let's see what book review he is going to do and whether it will be great recommendation for you guys or not. So let's start with the video. So hi and welcome Samrat.
Hi.
Let's begin with the introduction about yourself. So just tell us about yourself.
Hi, I'm Simran. I am working in an MNC for the last 6 years,
Okay.
and I don't get much time in reading. Although it's quite my habit. Like for every day, I keep 1 hour, or almost I try to finish the chapter a day. That is kind of my habit.
It's a good thing. Like seriously, like I am working and plus I am
Hmm.
pursuing my master. So in between, whenever I get time, I read a book because it's like I can stay without reading anything, even if it's a
Correct.
chapter
It's
also.
kind
Like
of a
yeah, it's
escape from
we can
reality.
habitate. Like from my school days only, I used to read.
Hmm.
So means at that time it was like I have to complete this, not like that, but whenever I
Hmm.
complete one chapter more, one chapter more, so it goes on and like in a day I complete a book. But now it's kind of impossible. But without reading a chapter, I
I
think
know.
I can't survive.
I know. Previously, even I used to like complete a book maybe even in a day or two, but now it does take time,
Yeah, it's take
but
time.
eventually,
Seriously, yeah.
eventually completed.
Okay, so beginning with the questions, like what book you have read recently or like some days
Um,
ago?
I completed this for the name. Sorry, I completed the Hunger Games, the final part, Mockingjay.
Okay.
I started the Hunger Games series, so in between I dropped and I was reading some other book, and finally I finished the Hunger Games.
Okay. So can you tell me about this book or about the writer, anything like that?
See, the first two books were phenomenal with all the Hunger Games happening and the adventure and the mystery. Or even at every chapter, I quite like this fact. Like at every chapter, the ending of the chapter, there will be a slight twist, or there will be there's some incident which will keep us hooked on to the next chapter.
Okay. Okay.
So that is something I found in the first two books. But while reading the third book, I'll say I'm a little disappointed with the ending.
Okay.
It
Means
is kind
sometimes
of a sad
happens
ending.
like you
Yeah,
are connected with the previous book, but the thing is missing in the next books. So we find this common in I think when someone write in a series because like they focus
correct.
in the beginning only, like in the end they just I think they are not completely remember the things like what they used to
Correct.
write earlier. Sometimes some points are missing in the third book or fourth book, you can find it. So
Yes.
means you says here also some things are missing, means in the third book, like you were saying, the first two book it was
Mhm.
there, but in the third book it was not there.
Correct. Mostly, I feel it because there were no games involved in the third book. It was
Okay.
mostly about like there's a war going on, and in the backdrop of war, everything is happening. Maybe because of that.
Okay. So tell me about the characters, like means there might be protagonist, how they were, whether the author has correctly portrayed them or not.
I feel like the main protagonist, Katniss Everdeen, her character is quite complex. Okay, so
Okay.
at few moments you'll feel like she's this aggressive young woman who has a mission on her hand.
Okay.
Okay, but in some portions you feel like she drops the mission all of a sudden and she moves on to something else.
Okay. Means
That
she
is
never
quite
completes the mission or
irritating as a reader.
Okay, means
She completes the mission at the end,
but like
but
she
I'll not
drops
give
it.
you spoilers. I'll
Okay,
not give
no,
you
no, no. Like I know that
spoilers what
because
happened,
whenever
but
the spoiler we get, like we never read that book completely. We know this part, so leave it. But like
yes.
I'm just asking that when you said that she is on a mission, but suddenly she drops. So means in final whether she completes or not, or just she drops it again, she start a
Um,
new
in a
mission.
way, you can say she completed the mission and she did not complete the mission.
Okay, means
In
like
both ways. If you read it, you'll understand what exactly
okay,
my emotion is. But
okay.
at the end of the final chapter, I found out like, okay, she did it, but she actually did not do it.
Okay, okay, okay. So tell me about the writing style. Whether means a reader who is going to start a book, so should they go towards it, or should they means try to find something which
Um,
it's really hard to find here. Like in language, you can say that whether it's hard to
hmm.
understand or it is easy to understand.
I can say it's not that like that hard to understand language wise. Even like I told you, right? For if I am someone who hopes at the end of a chapter, I'll be hoping for a twist or
Okay.
something, some incident that will keep me hooked on for the next chapter. And that kind of reader, maybe
Yeah, yeah.
it is different for others, but the writing style is very easy. It's very easy to understand. Even if you're giving breaks in between, you'll not lose the plot altogether.
Okay. Means
Okay,
it's
and it just
kind of
comes back.
interesting.
It is kind of interesting, yes.
So tell me about some quotes like which will touch a reader.
It is very difficult to like remember quotes now, to be honest.
Okay.
There are not many quotes which will, it's just the symbolism of
Okay.
a mockingjay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, like how the character finally symbolizes to a mockingjay, a bird on fire.
That's nice. So
That's how the
will you
words.
recommend this to the
Hmm.
readers? This book
Definitely, but I'll just tell them be ready for the third last few chapters
means they will be like
because
they will be hooked up in the first two books, then in third they might lose some
ha
interest.
they
Okay.
might because like see, I am someone who hopes for a good ending. Okay,
Yeah.
a positive ending somehow. But it's not like I don't like negative endings, but it's the way you like
Means in
put that
our life,
negative ending.
we are always like positive, positive, positive. So in book also we
Ha.
want a positive ending, right?
Yes, but like how it happens, it's just she loses a lot of people in her life, and at
Yeah.
the end, it's like she's the only person who is there.
Okay, okay.
So
So I hope the readers will read this book and they will have some connection with this book.
definitely,
So thank you so much, Samrat, for joining me today. And I hope that we have a new sessions in next or in our future videos.
definitely,
So thank you for
definitely. It's
joining me.
it's it's lovely to talk to someone who reads book. It always is lovely to talk with.
Actually, I try to connect with those people like who reads book because it's like means it's part of me because it's
Yeah,
a point where I can connect with people because there are no such things with whom I can connect, and reading books
I
and
get it.
talking about books is kind of a plus point for me. So I think
Correct.
with this
That
we
is kind of
can
a
get connect.
conversation, like conversation
Yeah,
starter as
yeah,
well,
because
right?
we can get a conversation, right? Like exactly any book.
Yes,
Even if I don't know any book, I can try to connect with those people and try to find new books name so that I can read those books.
correct.
So yeah. So thank you for joining me.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.